Houston, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. End zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On the ground, it's Smothers. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Arch Madness. Throws to the tight end. Got a man. It's Townsend. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He is in! Touchdown, Texas! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early. In front of this crowd, you know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Sayin trying to be heard above the noise. Quickly to the tight end. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's Sayin to throw. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayin looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Again, it's Sayin. Now improvising. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
From the gun, running back on the move. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he could run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Say it. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. And
there he goes. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Now here's Say It. Keeps looking downfield. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Fourth down, Say It. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for room, it's Smothers. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. And the Longhorns want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll go right back to the run. Snowed under by the defense. It'll be 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Third down from the gun, Manning. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jackson.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Let it go. makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running inside, it smothers. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Parker. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Throwing, say it. Makes the grab. Got room at the 35. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
Say it. Looking to buy time. Fires on the move. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Texas. The defense putting points on the board. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he's not going to take the touchback. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Here's Sayin to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And that ball's free behind the line. And the ball goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Right, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting close.
There's a crease. The 40, the 30, running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeye! He got a step and just dusted the field. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final touch, courtesy of that 76-yard sprint to the house. From inside the 10, here he comes. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The run inside, it smothers, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Across the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. Here's Arts to throw. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. And he gets it right on the cusp. Maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here's Manning to throw. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Down in the end zone. The big play there, and the defense gets the stop.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Gain of 25 on the play. First down for the offense.
The Buckeyes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Right back to him on the ground, fighting off the defender. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Fires left. Makes the grab. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off. And
the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I like the idea defensively here, too, now. You got the lead. It's the second half. You can play more zone coverage. Trust your athletes on the back end to break on the ball and make something happen, like they did right there, forcing the incompletion.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Into the end zone for 6. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Longhorns in the hurry up. To throw, Manning. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a shot.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. 4th down, Manning. Makes the pass. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Got room on the return.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
This offense has it with really good field position. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Say it. Going for it all. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. He's got it again. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Punts it out of the air. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. If you don't have many left, you better get aggressive.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Could be an alley. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Play action, here's Manning. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Arch is going to throw for it. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Finds the tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Motion from the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The defense working to manage that clock. They used the timeout, 1:55 remaining. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The offense changing the play. Manning. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Going to the run, it's Brown. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On first down, it's Brown again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They'll give it to Brown. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. They get to him as he throws. Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
And it's gone! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's Julian saying to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He's taking the deep shot. Makes a deep grab. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To throw, it's Sayin. Here's a heat. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. He's out of bounds, and the interception will seal it, and they'll go home with the victory. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land. To come in today, they played a competitive game, Jesse, but that's an inferior opponent they just lost to.
That's true. They've got to be more consistent moving forward as the #1 team. And we saw flashes today of why they were the #1 ranked team. We know they've got talent, but you've got to start fast. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. You can't have penalties. You can't turn the ball over. You can't have the lapses in concentration we saw today that led to them losing.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.